Well, hi again, everybody. High school football season continues, and a home game coming up on Friday night for the Robert E. Lee Red Raiders as they come home to take on the Mesquite Skeeters. 7:30 kickoff at Trinity Mother Frances Rose Stadium. 3 games left in the regular season, and with 3 games to go and needing to win all 3, Coach Darrell Piske is with us. Win out, somehow figure out a way to win out. The playoffs are still very much an opportunity, but you got to get that first one, don't you?
Yeah, really. Well, we got to work on just showing up today, and working hard just to get better than we were the day before, and just take it one day at a time versus looking at that whole, the whole scenario. We got to win this many and that kind of thing, and take a little pressure off the kids. I think they're to a point now where they're feeling the pressure to get it done, and they're right there on the verge, and so that even makes it more intense for them. But really, what I talked to them about Saturday is just about, as a human being, just getting up every day and showing up and trying to work hard and try to get better that day, and then the next day try to get better the next day.
Rockwall, a frustrating game Friday night. They beat you 43-33. That was a very winnable game, but there were just too many mistakes, weren't there?
Yeah. We really, both of us tried to make some, with turnovers and stuff like that, but they just made less than us, and so that's where we are right now. We're getting right there on the verge in these close games, and then we got to find a way to eliminate those mistakes. And of course, you spend a lot of time and effort and sleepless nights trying to figure out, why, because you take kids that typically don't make mistakes that made several the other night, and they're well-disciplined kids, they're good kids. So that's the hard part of coaching, is figuring all that out.
If I say that you still have to teach them how to win, does that make sense? Is that off base, or is that still?
No, that's part of it, because they face so much negative. At this point, they've got there's people all around them, expecting them to lose because they've been losing, and they started off good early and then had some losses, and so people get back on them. So there's a lot of pressure on the kids too. They feel it. I talked to some of the senior leaders on Saturday, and that's what they talked about, is they feel the pressure out there to try to get it done. And so, instead of just relaxing, doing what you're coached to do, you're overdoing something, overthinking something. You look at the offsides penalties. I'll use Tristan Taylor as an example. I talked to Tristan this weekend. Coach Reed wears those D linemen out with that ball on a stick. I mean, they never go on cadence. They always go on that ball movement. And, here's Tristan, who's a tremendous kid, well-disciplined, great grades, just a good kid. He jumped twice, in key situations.
Trying to make a play, trying to do the right thing, right?
Trying to get it done, and then, of course, Adam did the same thing, and then little Calhoun. But, they're just pressing instead of just relaxing. I think that's the hardest part right now, is get them just relax and play football.
Is that at this point in the season for everybody? I mean, you want to win, but you also have to remind them that it's supposed to be fun out there too, don't you?
Yeah. And
how do you balance that?
Well, winning's a lot
more fun. Yeah,
but just get them to understand. That's what we talked about. Allison Paxton's writing an article for Texas High School Football. She does a little journal, and I was reading some of them last week, and I was telling the kids, she's got it figured out more than some of us guys out there playing. From a standpoint of, in her article, I use some of the quotes where she talks about, enjoying these days and making these memories, and realizing that, once you get through, it goes really fast. And so enjoy it while you're here and have some fun at it. And I wish I could have suited her up Friday night. But, just getting these guys to understand that even us guys that played college football, I still talk about my high school days. I don't talk about the college days that much. And you're still friends with your guys you went to high school with, and see those guys and talk to those guys all the time. We're still talking about our high school days. So it's something that you'll always remember. And so you want to enjoy it as much as you can.
I guess you bring up this young lady. Tell folks who she is.
She's one of our assistant trainers, and they do a deal with Texas High School Football. I think it's Texas.
Her name is Allison Paxton.
Yeah.
Her brother Cole played here a couple of years ago.
But I think it's TexasHSFootball.com.
Okay, all right.
They have her doing a little journal every week. The week we were off, she went to the Salina game and wrote about that, and just her experiences and that kind of thing. And it's pretty neat. And she's good. Boy, she's a good one. I mean, just reading her articles and things she's done, she understands it, and that's what I told the guys. Hey, here's a girl trainer that understands it more than some of us out here on the field of battle do. So it was good to read those and let the guys understand, because it is. I mean, you look at blink of an eye, we got 3 games left.
So maybe let her to give the pregame pep talk. How
Well,
about
I talked to her about it, so she wasn't up to it. But just that's the thing is these kids, this is going to be a memory they're going to have, and they got to find some positive in their efforts and their actions, and just find a way to get over the hump.
Let's talk about. There's one specific moment in that game, and you know where I'm going with this.
Yeah.
There's 3 seconds left. Friday night, first half. You're up 20-19. They got the ball at their own 51-yard line. And they score.
Did you say 51-yard line?
They're on 51 yards away, 49-yard line.
I appreciate you doing that.
It's not Canadian football, is it? But anyways, 51 yards away, they're on 49, 3 seconds left. And tell them what happened. I mean, what happened there?
Well, during the heat of the battle,
if you don't mind talking about it.
Well, I know everybody's wanting to talk about it, so I might as well do it one more time. But really, in the heat of the battle, it's all about taking the right angles and coming to balance and making a play. And I think we counted 7 or 8 times in that play that the kid didn't take a proper angle, and then didn't come to balance when they shoulder cut them. And that's the biggest thing. And then what I saw is once they lost and missed the tackle, some of them wasn't as urgent to go make the tackle as they needed to be. And then they flipped it around, did some of that, and those things happen. I think we saw one against Highland Park or somebody one day or something, and those things happen. But it's pretty frustrating. It really is a big play. You could tell when the kids went in the locker room, they're just devastated. And you can talk to them till you're blue in the face. I tried to explain to them that we outplayed them the entire first half except one play. Don't let one play define the football game. Go out and outplay them the second half. Take that one play out, we win the football game. But they were just kind of defeated when they went in. It took a lot of air out of their sails, and so that's the thing is getting these guys to be able to overcome stuff like that, and that's the challenge we face.
Guys just waiting for somebody else to make a play.
Yeah, I mean that's really what we saw outside the angles. When you get on film, it's good. You can slow it down and go back and look, but outside all the bad angles that we took. As we were in pursuit, it was once we didn't make the play, not 11 guys flying to get back in on the play.
All right, that seemed to turn the tide. They led 26-20 at the half, but your guys did in the second half score a couple of touchdowns in the ballgame. They never quit.
No, they're not going to do that. But we had one little stretch there. I believe in the third quarter we went three and out 4 times, and so we can't do that. You're going to have to score. We talk about we got to get to 50, and so if we reach our goal offensively, then we win the game. Individually,
statistically, big nights for Zach Hall and Tavon Wesley, quarterback and the running back.
Yeah, Tavon. Of course, we know Tavon's going to be really good. Zach's going to be really good. There's some things you don't see on live that you see on film. Zach. On one of his interceptions, he really should have checked down to the curl route, tried to throw that was in their end zone when he's throwing it to Bryce. The other one, I'm thinking Zach made the wrong read on our double post, but then you look in the game, and this is the little things that we have to continue to try to overcome. He's supposed to read the safety. He made the right read, but the guy on the backside that's supposed to run his route to hold the safety didn't run his route to hold the safety, and that's the guy that made the play. So during the game, I'm thinking Zach made the wrong read, and then you look at film and realize that one of his teammates didn't do his job. And so that's the thing on offense. You have all 11's got to do their job.
The senior wide receiver, Bryce Wilkerson, what a nice night that he had 3 touchdown catches. Not a big kid, but very fast. What kind of football future does Bryce have?
Well, somebody, hopefully somebody's going to see what he's got because he's pretty good. And, overlooked, a lot of those big schools, they're looking for that 6'2" guy and all that. So somebody's going to get a football player because he does good in class. He's a good kid. He's not a discipline problem and all that. So he's got good hands. He's fast. He'd be a good return guy for him. So hopefully somebody's going to give him a shot.
The Red Raiders again lose 43-33. 0-3 in the district now. The Mesquite Skeeters are coming in on Friday night to Trinity Mother Frances Rose Stadium. We'll talk about the Skeeters coming up here in a moment, but as always, Coach Piske brings along game video, and there were a lot of highlights in that ball game for the Red Raiders on Friday night, so why don't we take a look at some of them. Here you are on the road, and you're in the white uniforms on offense.
Yep, it's Tavon Wesley here. Tavon had a big night. Really just a good physical runner. He's just going to get better and better. Pretty glad he's just a sophomore.
Yeah. And 14 carries for 174 yards. That's
But
That's pretty healthy.
Yeah, that's right. And you look at the blocking here on the tight angle. They did a good job. Tackle didn't reach him, so he just rode his guy out. Marquiston, I believe, is the inside guy, comes inside and seals off the linebacker. So, like I say, on offense, it takes all 11 of them to do their job. Rendon's getting up on a safety there. It makes for a big play.
And that play, would you call that the stretch?
Yeah, that's outside zone.
Yeah.
Here's Tavon again. Outside zone again. Pretty much same results. Guys doing a good job on the edge blocking. O-line had a pretty good night.
And when you hear the term pistol formation, that's exactly what that is.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Well, that led to some good things. Quarter changed, I think. Did it not right there?
Yeah.
Quarter changed, and
I'm
you
going to
still got
guess.
the ball. This is your touchdown pass here, I think.
This is Zach to Bryce right here. Again, you get that stretch going, and then the naked off of it's usually pretty good.
You'd set them up well enough, they had to respect 26, right?
Yep.
Which made this play, in some ways, made it happen, didn't it?
Exactly. Bryce didn't quite sail down inside long enough, but it worked out good. Looked like we're having a little.
And there were a lot of defensive highlights in that ball game, too.
This is Grayson Calhoun.
Sophomore, first varsity game.
First varsity game. Comes in, does a good job. He's coachable. He's going to be pretty good. Got to get in the weight room.
Yeah, Gray's been playing basketball a lot, too, right?
That's right.
He's got that long, lean basketball look about him, too.
Yeah. He gets after it. Whatever he does a good job.
Yes, he does. Good pressure there. And he was, again, one of those late season call-ups for you.
Yeah. Had to have some, when Teddy went down, we had to have some help out there at the outside linebacker. Another offensive, this is Zach to Bryce again.
Nice catch in traffic.
Yeah. O-line's giving good protection. Zach's got to get, you're going to continue to improve at hitching up in the pocket, not drifting, learning how to check down when that number one guy's not there, getting better at that. But all in all, it's a pretty good night.
O-line's been pretty good all year for you.
Yeah, they have. Coach Denson and Leach do a good job with those guys, and they've just improved and over, so we're excited about that.
Very nicely done for the senior Bryce Wilkerson. Starts you on another touchdown drive here, which I think we're going to see it right here, I think.
Yep. Zach to Bryce, it all looks simple, but the outside receiver did his job, drew his man in, allowed Bryce the room to run the rail route.
Now, you're in the 3-4 here, but you played some 4-down linemen this
Yeah,
week.
we did. This is Brandon Derman here. Him and Lavely. Lavely made a good break on the football there. Derman had some good pressure.
That's his interception, is it not? Or the incomplete pass?
I think that's incomplete there.
Okay.
He made an interception later. It was 4th down when he made the interception. Maybe a team defense here, one on the goal line. Good plays down deep. Grayson Calhoun again. Fights off a block. If he sees that, he'll be making comments because I said he'd need to get in the weight room, so he'll show me how he threw this little guy off.
But you can come back and tell him that he wouldn't have had to thrown him off if
That's right. He could have just drove him back.
Now, good job by the sophomore.
And he got teammates pursuing, and once he made him pull up, he had guys there to help finish it off. This is Zach to Marquiston. Another one of your senior receivers. Yeah. know, they do a good job buying time there and getting out in the open and keeping his eyes upfield. Marquise does a good job of getting open. That's where we'll improve, is he'll just continue that if the pocket does break down, to scramble and then keep my eyes upfield and receivers learning to work back to him.
I heard that comment made about Manziel, that, you know, for all of his antics out there, that he's always looking downfield.
Yeah, that's right.
That's what makes him a good,
yeah,
really good college football.
Yeah, because once
quarterback.
you break that pocket, you know, those secondary guys, they got a decision to make.
Right.
They're going to stay on that guy I'm covering, or you're going to stop this guy from running. And when you do that, it's Tavon again. I guess you could guess it was on the outside zone again.
Mm-hmm. Here's a tighter view coming up here in a moment. What happens on that play? Who's blocking who? Can you just
Well, it's a zone concept. They're zoning up. O-line is zoning up. Inside receivers, you know, either cracking on the linebacker or going up to safety, and then you just read the end man of line of scrimmage, basically.
reading the defensive end,
Yep.
basically?
Yeah,
Okay.
that tells you whether I'm going to take it to the numbers or I'm going to find a crease and get vertical.
And in this case, he's going toward the numbers,
That's right.
to the outside,
That
right?
guy fought outside. Now the key is the guys on the backside, from your guard back to the opposite tackle, is somewhere you got to get a wall set. If that end stretches like that, you got to get a wall
Okay.
set to give you a crease.
And when that play works, it's big
Yeah,
yardage,
It is.
as in the case there where he picked up a bunch of yardage.
This is a touchdown run. I believe it's Tavon. Bring in Antron Henry and DeAndre Benson there as our power backs blocking.
This actually gave you the 20-19 lead.
Yeah.
We're not going to show the last play of the half,
Thank
are
you. No, it's not on here.
we? We don't want to get you upset this
No,
morning.
no.
Here we go. Here's the touchdown. What do you call that formation, by the way?
That's our Raider,
The Raider?
which is just a formation package.
Got DeAndre Benson in there, and who's the other
Antron
kid?
Henry.
Antron Henry. That's heavy right there. That's a couple of big boys.
Benson's a good physical boy. Really, he's a fullback-looking kid and does a good job.
Right. All right. So you got the lead here, and they've got the ball.
Yep.
This is not the play.
No,
but
this is a fumble.
this is a fumble right here.
I think Tristan Taylor got that. I can't.
I really did say the 51-yard line earlier, didn't
I
I?
appreciate that, because then it's just not me that they're laughing at. So
Too much Canadian football mixed in
Yeah.
there, right? All right, here's a closer view of that. You're in the 3-4, and you recovered. Who picked up?
I think it's Tristan.
Was it Tristan? He also had an interception in the
Yeah,
game.
he did. Now he wants to play receiver.
Another defensive play, a wide angle. Coach, do you have linebackers? Where are the linebackers here? Are they just playing really
Well,
far
we got
outside?
Grayson out jamming this outside guy here.
Okay, all right.
They'll the outside linebackers, they'll apex and they'll try to take away that quick pass to the inside guys to be
Here's
able
a-
to help on the run.
Nice play here. Somebody bats this ball down, this screen pass.
Yeah, and then Antron almost had him a chance at a pick. That was right before the play. I guess that's what we'll call it.
We'll call it that play, right? All right. Now you're back on. Oh, okay, it's their ball again. This must be the early third quarter, I think, here.
Yeah, I think so.
It was 26-20, Rockwall at the half.
This is Laveley again making a good play.
Very good play. Now he's playing. Is he playing corner here?
Playing corner now.
So he's played both positions on Friday night, corner and safety. And that's an area where you're still working on, the secondary, right?
Yes, sir. You know, it's a place we've struggled, working hard.
It's a tough position to play back there.
Yeah, it is. It is. Especially against the guys you're going against. You know, they're athletic and big and quick, and it's going to be like that every week.
Every team you play has got a 6'3", 6'2", 6'3" receiver, it seems like.
Until we play ourselves.
And
that's the thing in
happen,
practice,
Yeah.
we go one-on-one, good on good and all that, but we don't have that body a lot of them guys got to go against. Tavon again on the outside zone.
But not everybody has one of those either.
That's right.
He's pretty good.
Yep.
They're going to be really good.
Great kid, too.
He is a good young man. There's a reason they call him Smiley, right?
Yeah, that's right. He makes you smile and he smiles a lot.
No, I asked him that the other day. I said, "Where did you get that nickname?" He said, "Pop Warner football." Was always smiling. So, okay. Keep it up.
I believe this is maybe Tristan's pick right here.
Okay. Now, that was a tip ball, too.
This is Laveley's pick right here.
Laveley's
'cause it's
interception.
4th down. Somebody was telling him that, hey, if you'd have just knocked it down, we'd have had the ball back up at the 40. But, when we've given up some completions, I think he pretty much thought if it's in my hands, it's not in their hands.
And that's just instinct.
Yeah, that's right.
Good for him. Whether it was the right decision or not on that, it was a heck of a play.
Yeah, he
wasn't it?
made a good break on the ball.
Yes, he did. And a kid's instinct is to just go get the ball,
Yes.
right?
And knowing that if I have it, they don't. They should have been on the top shoulder, and then come through, but the results worked out good.
All right, back on offense. I think we got a long touchdown drive working here, right?
Yeah, this is that call here. Makes a good read.
Zach had a good game. He's still not 100% running right now, is
No,
he?
he's getting there, though. That was good. Made it through last week unscathed, so he's going to get better and better. Defensive highlight here.
This may be the interception.
No, I think it's just Udolphi makes a good break on the ball. He's starting to get more and more confidence. Makes a good break, sticks a foot, comes up, and bats it down.
He was one of the kids who was hurt at the beginning of the year. Missed 2 or 3 games early, didn't he?
Yeah, missed all the way till district. Got hurt in the spring. But just to see him starting to gain confidence, come back, because really he's pretty good. This is Tristan's.
Now, Tristan Taylor is a big off defensive lineman. He's either playing nose tackle or defensive end right now.
Yeah.
Those guys normally don't get a chance to intercept passes. But here's one right here. We'll see it twice. Ball tipped. And a diving interception. Right?
Yeah, don't make it sound too good. I'm telling you, he'll be wanting to play receiver.
So you think he's going to want to play split out wide
He'll be
next
asking
time,
to
right?
play receiver next week.
All right.
No, he's good, and it's good to see him because he just gets after it, really.
They're trying
he's
to
played
screen.
good every football game.
And they're trying to hit a screen pass here. Right?
Yep.
There you go.
Benson did a good job of recognizing it and
Yeah, that interception.
just another touchdown pass coming up. Zach to Bryce again. Zach throws a really good deep ball. I mean, he puts it out there and lets the guy go get it. Instead of trying to be perfect on his, putting zip on it and throwing it perfect, he puts it out there and lets those guys use their speed to go get it. So it always looks like he throws it in perfect distance, but I don't think you can overthrow Bryce. He's pretty fast.
Pretty fast. Here it is at tight angle. Pump fake and a really pretty ball.
Yeah.
Which at the beginning of the year, he was a good, not great passer, but he's really improved.
Yeah,
right?
he's getting better. Getting better. got a few mechanics we'll have to continue to work on to add some zip to him.
While we're watching this, tell me about Mesquite. They've jumped up and beaten some teams they weren't expected to be this
Well,
good.
they play some pretty good folks, and you know, that's the thing, when you get your program where it's supposed to be, you can lose 50-something seniors, and then you look up the next year and you still got, you know, 40, 50 seniors coming up on your varsity the next year. A lot of those were juniors playing on the JV, getting some good playing time. Some of them were backups on the varsity, but you know, he just fills in with the next round of seniors, and they've got some pretty good ones. They played some good people early, and you know, now they're gelling when they're supposed to gel and getting after it, and really they're pretty good watching them on film.
Here's Zach again, closer look at that. Kept the play alive and completes the pass. Who did he complete that to? Marquiston.
Mm-hmm.
There was one more score in the game. Zach Hall had a 3-yard touchdown run late. Again, 43-33 was the final. So the Skeeters, as we said, they won 3 district ball games. Not expected to be that good this year because they lost so many, but they're kind of where you want to be in a year or two, right?
Yeah, they beat Horn. You know, and then the other night they beat North Mesquite 34-33.
Yeah.
So, yeah, they're good. I mean, you know, that's the good part. We can just reload every year and have those guys, you know, on the JV stepping up to just reload, and you know, we'll get there. But you know, right now we've got to try to work hard to get as good as we can get for this week, and go out there and try to win a football game.
And keep the guys excited about playing. There's 3 games left, and there's. These seniors, I mean, high school football is a special time in their life. They don't want to throw any of this away now.
No, and that's what we talked about, is none of us are guaranteed next year or even tomorrow. And so we just got to enjoy the day and play hard and get after it. And you talk about kids playing college football. I mean, you look at the number of opportunities versus the number of kids that are playing high school football. It's not a big percentage that get to go on and play. And so, you know, you got to realize this may be your last 3 games ever to step on the field and just enjoy it and try to make the most of it.
Well, and by and large, the kids seem to try to do that. Now, this week, though, Mesquite at home, what would it mean to get this win?
Well, I mean, it'd be good for the program, good for the kids, and you know, but what we got to look at is just making sure we're as good as we can be for the next play. When that play's over, just go to the next play and try to do as good as we can do what we're coached to do, and you know, just focus on that instead of the pressure of, hey, let's, you know, win a district game or all that kind of stuff, and just focus on, you know, playing every play and having a good time and just enjoying yourself.
The final 3 games of the regular season coming up, including this Friday night. There are 2 home games left. This Friday night against Mesquite, and then Rockwall Heath coming up in 3 weeks. The final home game with Halloween night at Longview coming up on the schedule as well. The Red Raiders need and deserve your support. Remember, the Skeeters from Mesquite are in town Friday night, 7:30, Trinity Mother Frances Rose Stadium. For Coach Piske, I'm Bill Coates. Thanks for joining us.